Bonjour, bonsoir, buenos dias, buenas noches. What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about help I'm in a secret relationship. This one's going to be a pretty quick overview of the episode. It was all right. It wasn't all that neither. Like, I feel like this season has been kind of dry for me personally. I just feel like it didn't, it was a little spicy, but it didn't have... It is what it is. So we're talking about Ben and Matt. They're actually friends. They're actually not in any type of relationship or anything like that. I guess now they're getting to the point with this show where they're taking anybody. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship. It could be mom and child. It could be best friends. It could be roommates. Like, they're not even in like real relationships anymore. Like, damn, you're like changing the whole basis of the show. So anyway, so they've been friends for like 5 years or whatever. And they're like family, according to Ben. They've been intertwined for so long, and they're just like brothers. Like, it's just, but the way that I feel like Ben was describing it when he was saying certain things, I kind of felt almost like he was in love, or like he was kind of getting a friendship mixed up with a relationship, because he was saying things like Matt stopped calling him to let him know when he was leaving or coming home. And, he just felt like the dynamic was different. He wasn't like telling him certain things, and he was being secretive. And I'm like, yeah, best friends is one thing, but it's like sometimes certain people, I feel like they tend to cross the lines between friendship and romance, like, or not even romance, but just like there are certain things that you don't need to know from your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's supposed to be certain boundaries, or at least I think so. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it with my friends. Like, I'm not gonna like OD as far as the things that you have to tell me. Like, you're not my man, I'm not your woman, so or I'm not your girl or whatever. We're not in a relationship, so I'm not gonna be dogging down your throat for every little bit of information. Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Or what time are you coming home? What time it is? Yeah, I want to make sure you're good, but still, like, there's still boundaries that you're supposed to have in that type of friendship, I would think. So, so stuff like that, it was a little bit weird to me. Travis had mentioned that perhaps Matt might be like maybe in a relationship or something, so maybe that's why he's acting a little different, because sometimes when people get into relationships, they focus more on the person they're in a relationship with, and the way that he's kind of talking about their dynamic, it almost sounds like a relationship, so maybe that's why he's pulling back a little bit in order to focus more on that. Ben also had revealed that Matt recently blocked him, which was weird, and he confronted him, asked him about it, and he said, oh, I blocked the wrong Ben. But then he still never unblocked him, which, boom, that's proof right there that he actually did it intentionally. Because somebody like me, I'd have came, especially we living together, I'd have came back another day like, look, I'm still blocked, maybe you should do it right now just to make sure, do it while we standing here. Like, you ain't gonna imagine pulling that on somebody who lives with you and supposed to be your close friend. Like, yeah, right. Well, it couldn't be me, because I don't let things go that easily. Not something like that, because that's weird. But yeah, now they go on like an investigation. They talk to one of their mutual friends, and they said that Matt has been a little bit distant, doing his own thing, not around as often, and they do think that he's been plagiarizing Ben's artwork, because he posts stuff but he don't really like tag him or anything else, or give credit to him, which is weird. Another one that they had spoken to said that Matt seems a little shady, because it looks like he sabotaged a conversation that Ben was having with an executive, and then like shortly after, the executive didn't want to work with Ben anymore. So that could have been something that he was doing. So then they end up rolling up on Matt's job, because Ben is just like, I need to find out what's going on for real. Like, after he found out all this information, he's just like, nah, we need to get to this. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So they went ahead, rolled up on his job, and he finally reveals that he's dating Ben's ex, which this was somebody that he was telling him everything about. For him to do that is kind of messed up, because the reason how he even got connected to him is because they was doing some kind of loyalty test to see, if he was going to slip up or whatever. He didn't write back initially, but eventually he did. And this dude, Matt, took it as an opportunity to get to know him better. and they ended up in a relationship. But the crazy thing is, he's lying to everybody because he didn't tell his best friend about this, and he also didn't tell this guy about it either. So luckily the guy was there, so they was able to have him come out. Like, he was hiding because he didn't know if it was his boss or whatever. So the guy was pissed off, like, what? You know, like, so you guys like kind of set me up, you know? Like, he felt betrayed, he felt used and embarrassed probably, or humiliated, because it's like, you're on a show, you're finding out all this information, like, it's a lot. It just seems like what was real, you know what I mean? So I could totally like see how this guy could feel like a piece of crap at that moment. So he was done with him after that, and Matt seemed like he had some remorse for his actions. Like, he was sorry that he lied to everybody for what he did. But it's like, people, like, the thing I always say, and I'm gonna always say this, is people are never sorry until they get caught. Like, you will keep on doing it and doing it and doing it well until you get blown up, your whole world comes shifting and everything, and then you're like, oops, my bad. Like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do this. I just accidentally did all this foolishness that I did to you. I just accidentally slipped my penis into somebody else's vagina, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry that this happened, but it's like, you did it. You weren't incoherent. You knew what you were doing when you did it. I'm pretty sure you still knew right from wrong, even if it was a couple months ago, a year ago, whatever it was. So yeah, so I don't know, but it looks like, you know, the update they did, they are back to being friends again, the two peas in the pod. So at least despite the lies, Ben was able to move forward with Matt and still have a friendship. I think that Ben really needs Matt in his life. Like, I feel like he's one of those people, like, he just seems so clingy, and like he really values the friendship, I should say. And really, like, it probably helps him. He did say he was a bit of a loner and things like that. So I think that it's something that almost anything he would have been able to forgive him for, you know? One of those types of things. But anyways, that's pretty much the episode. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.